Hello, folks. Hey, we're so glad you have chose to be with us today. I hope that it's warmer at your house. It won't be long. You know, springtime will be here. We'll be able to get outside and do a few things. Hey, this week in the studio, we have Josie. Hey, Josie.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm good.
So, Josie, how long have I known you?
My whole life, I
think.
think.
your entire life.
Yeah.
Remind me, how old are you?
15.
15. Wow. 15 was a big year for me.
Really?
Oh, yeah. When I was, I grew up in church, but never heard a salvation message. Kind of wrap your brain around that.
Yeah.
I was in church my whole life and actually had a youth crusade come in and said I needed to get saved. And I went, what do you mean get saved? I'm in church, right?
Yeah.
What do you mean get saved? And so long story, but the long story short is they were right. I did need to get saved.
Yep.
And for the first time, I understood what it meant to know Jesus as my personal. As a matter of fact, I was actually dating a young girl, your age, had long blonde hair, just like you. But back then, oh, by the way, I got my license when I was 14.
Oh, wow.
And had my own car, okay? So back then, there was no such thing as bucket seats. You know, nobody can fathom that today, but everything was a bench seat back then. So if you were dating somebody, they sat in the middle. Chris, was that after your time, brother? Yeah, I'm sorry. I guess I'm the only one old enough to know about this, right? But when I got saved, I mean, the Lord did a radical work in my life so that, and I didn't know how to handle this dating thing anymore. I didn't even want to hold her hand anymore, right? So when she got in the car, I actually put my Bible between me and her. So she had to sit over there and I sat over here.
Oh, my gosh.
I think that's called getting good and saved, right?
Yeah.
But I also didn't realize that it's a journey. You know, there's more. Salvation is step number one. So since you grew up in Metro, tell us, what are your memories? I mean, I'm trying to remember where you guys lived as a child. It's been...
I lived, at first I think, from what I remember, I lived at this house, like, right near my grandma's, my dad's side. And, like, I know that we would go to, like, what's it called? The, like, thing, the church?
The sidewalk sites, or are you talking about the church?
The sidewalk sites, like...
Yeah. Do you remember which sites you went to?
No.
Me either. It's been too long ago.
Yeah, it's a long time ago, but...
Yeah. What do you remember at the sidewalk sites? What do you remember?
Like, we would... I was one of the kids on the...
On the tarps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like, they would just, like, talk about Jesus on the truck, and it was, like, there was fun games and stuff. I would never participate, which was kind of bad on my part, but I was scared.
Because you were shy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have a hard time letting people in?
I think, like, after certain things happened, yeah, like, you know.
Yeah.
It's kind of...
But once somebody gets to know you, I think the word would be chatty Cathy. Am I not right on that?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm really quiet at first, but...
Yeah. Yeah. So you're actually second generation Metro. Your mom sat on a tarp. I came to camp. You sat on a tarp. Came to camp.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess you came with your grandmother to camp, or did you come with your mom? I don't remember on that. I'm not sure.
I think I came with my mom.
Okay.
Because I would want to go in her cabin, but they wouldn't let me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was camp? What do you remember about summer camp?
I remember like a lot of fun and games and yeah. And I also remember like the worship parts. I know there was like one moment that I remember specifically where like I just went and hugged my grandma and cried in her arms, which is like there's a picture of it actually. It was a memorable moment.
Summer camp's real important to our kids. Why do you think that is?
Because it like shows them who Jesus is and what he can do in your life.
Yeah. And then now as a teenager, you've been to youth camp for, I don't know, how many years? I'm not sure.
The last youth camp was my third year.
Third year.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, youth camp's a little different than kids camp.
Yes, big time.
What's the difference?
I think like the worship and like what they talk about is like a lot more like mature, I guess, and like also like worship is like really really loud and like really really like like crazy, like we're all jumping and
Yeah,
everything.
if it's not vibrating, we need to turn it up a little louder, right?
Yeah. It's great. I love it so much.
Yeah. So you volunteer at camp now?
Yeah, I'm a youth.
Junior worker.
Junior worker. That's
okay. So obviously now you see in camp differently than you did as a child. What's different?
I mean, like, I guess like you're not the one really like being there. You're the one to like help the kids, like not the one to help like be there for yourself. But I mean, I guess you can think of it like that too. Like there's certain things that you're just like, oh yeah, that really hits something in my life.
Yeah.
So like, but like it's also like you can like see what the kids feel and you can help them and you can pray with them and it's like
Right.
really like
kind of been there, done that.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's like so beautiful watching it, like
Yeah.
the kids sing.
Some of the greatest moves I've had the Lord do in my life were at kids camp, and it was for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even praying for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm there for the kids. And sometimes the Lord, He'll just kind of go,
Yeah.
"I got something for you, surprise."
It's crazy.
It's amazing when you start serving others.
Yeah, it is.
How the Lord looks at you and go, "I got something for you." You had talked about the changes that have happened the last few years. To say the road's been bumpy would be an understatement, right?
Yeah, I guess you can say that. And a lot of things happened, but
Yeah.
I'm happy where I'm at, so it's good.
Can you talk about that?
I mean, I guess I can. Like, my parents, they're good now. That's good about them. They're
But for a season,
yeah, it was hard.
yeah, not so good.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm gonna get kind of emotional because like recently something happened that I'm not really like okay with, but it's nothing I really can do. Just pray about it.
Yeah, I've known your parents. I knew them before obviously I've known your mom
Mm-hmm.
like forever. And
Yeah.
I do mean
Forever.
forever.
Yeah.
But I met your dad when they were dating,
Mm-hmm.
My memories, this is a terrible thing to say on air. I think I married your parents. Am I right on that?
I think you did.
I think I did, yeah.
Yep.
It's been a day or two ago, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes we make choices, though, that are detrimental to us and to our families.
Yeah.
And so when your parents were going through this turmoil, what did that do to you?
I'll be honest, it had a really bad effect on me. And I think I really tried my hardest not to let it affect my sister, mostly.
Oh, your baby sister? Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't want her to like go through the same thing I did, and I just wanted her to like not really see any of it, especially since she was young. I wanted to make sure like her eyes weren't open to that. But it did like cause me to become more to myself and just like closed space.
Say that again?
Like to myself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I just
Closing down.
Yep.
to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To everyone. That's for sure.
And to the Lord.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that. It was a very painful time for me on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
I care about you.
Yeah, I know.
You're really important to me. And you know that. I've told you that since you were a very, very small girl.
Yep.
And I have known that God's got something special for you. And to watch you walk through that. And to know that I was on the outside now, not on the inside, helping. It's difficult to watch because the enemy, that's where he wants to get all of us. He wants to get us alone. He wants us to shut down. And because when he gets us that way, he's got us. What we forget is he's been doing this for eternity.
Yeah.
Now we forget that one time he was the number one archangel. That's hard to believe.
It really is.
The number one.
It's crazy.
And he all of a sudden decided he was important. He was the most important. And so now he has spent literally eternity trying to get everybody else to think they're number one.
Yeah.
And to shut them off from our Father. And it all of a sudden, life becomes it feels like unbearable.
Yep.
And it also makes us shy away from those who could help us. Because, first off, we really don't want people knowing how bad it is. Just like you wanted to protect because you want to protect your sister. It's not like you weren't my hero already. You're really my hero now. And I saw that. I saw you protecting your sister, and I'm going, that's my girl over there. She's taking care of her baby sister.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, I'm sure she knew more than what we realized.
Yeah. It's sad to say that, but it's the truth.
But you did your best. I saw you taking care of her and shielding her from what was taking place. But there was a turning point. What was that turning point? Tell us about that.
For me, it was like this past year at camp, youth camp. Like God saved me, and I was like going through a really hard time beforehand, and I had like knew to myself that I really needed him, and youth camp was just the thing that set it off, and it was just amazing.
Yeah. And I was at camp that year. Well, I make the youth camps obviously every year.
Yeah.
And I do that because I mean, obviously I still want to be a part of you guys' lives, and I want to be a part of what the Lord is doing. And I'm going to show you a picture here, and I think hopefully I have shared this with you before. This took place. This was after sometime this fall. Mm-hmm. I'm going to turn this around slow, Chris. I know us showing this. Is that showing up at all, brother? Keep going. One of the things that Tim instituted was each month we have a family service, and what that means is the kids are in service with them on Sundays. Mm-hmm. And except for the toddlers and or at least the nursery for sure. And when you do that, the dynamics change. Let's just be real. The dynamics change when that happens. And yet, since he instituted that, it's the biggest service we have every month. Because what I didn't anticipate was that when people hear we have this family service, other family members come, and they're a part of it too. And it's really turned out cool. So I don't know who had the idea, but somebody said, why don't we have some of the youth be a part of the worship team on the family service? And that was a picture of you at that family service. And when I saw that, I went, aha! This is something we probably should have been doing a long, long time ago. So, and it also... it verified what I already knew. You know, the Lord is raising up a second generation of leaders here at the Dallas Metro, and you're a part of that. And I'm very proud of you. I'm proud of you letting your guard down. You got so much to offer. You're such a fun person to be around. And somebody has a party, they need to invite you because you got something you can share with them, right?
Yeah.
It's something that you can say. You're one of those people, you walk into the room and you're not one of those, I'm here, but you do walk in going, I'll talk to you.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you and I'll be your friend because that's who you are. Because what Christ has done in your life. Oh, there's so many kids out there that, which school are you going to right now? Maybe let's go from that. Which school are you attending now?
Adamson High School.
Oh, you're at Adamson?
Yes.
See, I should know that. Tell us about the kids that attend Addison, and then that'll kind of help us move into the next segment here.
I mean, a lot of them are kind of teenagers, you know. I don't really know how else to explain it. They're a lot, and really, a lot of them are concerning, but I mean, I can't really say that. But most of my friends, I pick them wisely, and I don't.
Now say that again for us.
I picked most of my friends wisely.
Yeah. See, again, that's the people we hang out with. Let me put it this way. I can tell you the direction a person's going by the people they hang out with and the books they read. Because those two things have great influence on your decision making. Mm. You know, if you hang out with knotheads, then that's what you're going to be. And they're going to influence you to do things that are contrary to the Word. And they're going to have you making decisions. See, I mean, I remember, I know it seems like a long time ago, but I really do remember being 15. Now, there's a lot of stuff in between there I don't remember too much, but I do remember being 15. And I had some people in my life that weren't exactly the best example, you know. And because they're your friends, you do things that they do.
Yeah.
And what we don't realize at that age is that some things we do have lifelong consequences. You know, you get to pay for those the rest of your life. And for me, unfortunately, I have some of those things in my life. Mm-hmm. Some decisions I made, I knew they were wrong when I made them, and yet I made them anyway.
Yeah.
And so you get to carry that. Did the Lord forgive me? Oh, yeah. But there are consequences to sin. Mm-hmm. So I applaud you for choosing the right friends. So many of the people that in the neighborhoods we're in, that's not. Well, first off, they don't have. I'm just being real here. They don't have a lot of choices.
Nope.
Most of them are from broken homes.
Yeah.
And broken homes of generations, not just, not just their generation, but generations.
Yep.
There's, you're a part of this second generation the Lord is raising up. There's another generation of kids out there. Some were reaching, some were not. We need people partnering with us now to help us get this new facility built. We believe in 2025. I know that's hard for me to say, 2025. We're here. It's a brand new year. We need to build. We need to build now. And we have the plans completed. They're finishing up the site plan to be submitted to the city. Once that's completed, then the architectural plans will be approved by the city. Then we have a building permit. Then all we need is funds. And of our dream to pay cash. Why should people get involved and help us today?
I think our church has a lot to offer, and we really just want to help people. And by having a place for that to take place, it's going to help a lot of people in general. And I feel like we can get close to many more once that happens. And I'm excited to see it too.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you. There's a whole generation out there. They're waiting. We've got people that are their apartment complexes asking us to bring their sidewalk trucks. So as you already know, I can't say we're parking our sidewalk trucks on grass because that's illegal in the city of Dallas. But we can't put any more vehicles on grass. We have neighborhoods that we want to start running our buses in, new neighborhoods, on Saturdays. There's no place to seat those kids. And so this new facility is going to allow, we can more than double what we're currently doing. And there'll be people just like Josie. Think about this, folks. People just like Josie who grew up in Metro. She's a leader now. Many of you have partnered with us to reach Josie and her generation. She's the second generation. There's another generation out there. They're waiting for somebody to come by and knock on their door and tell them about the love of Christ. You can help us do that today. Go to our webpage, allin.org. I'm sorry, dallasmetro.org. I know sooner or later I would get that wrong. dallasmetro.org/allin. And when you get there, you're going to see the pictures of the building. You see it's a beautiful facility. And we really need your help today. We've been talking to you about this for a year. 2025, this is our year to put some prayer and some action to the dream. This is a God dream. This isn't our dream. This is what the Lord wants us to do. And it's gonna take me and you to help Josie, help her generation reach this next generation of kids. It's up to us. We can do this together. Will you prayerfully consider making a donation today for the next 12 months? And together we'll be, as soon as we get the first phase money in, which is $2 million. And I know that's a big number. But you know what? If you'll pray about it, it's not big for our God. It's overwhelming for us. It's not overwhelming for Him. I'm asking, would you pray about it? Lord, what is my part today to see this dream that you have for our city to reach the inner city of Dallas? Go to that webpage, pray about it, make a donation today. God bless you. So glad you tuned in. I'll see you next week, friends. Bye-bye.